Welcome everybody to Forza Motorsport 6, and today we're dealing with the 1969 Fiat Dino 2.4 Coupe. Now, this is a car that was produced between 1966 and 1973. 7,803 of them were produced. 74% of them were coupes like this, with the other 26% being convertible styled by Pininfarina. I can't say that, but yeah. Bertone styled this, and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous, quite frankly. Looks a bit like a Alfa Romeo GTV 6 from the rear end, though obviously this was produced way before that ever came out. Now, the reason this car was ever built in the first place was because Enzo Ferrari needed his V6 for Formula 2 homologated, so he went to Fiat and asked them to produce 500 V6 engines, which were split evenly between this and the Ferrari Dino. And yeah, that engine is in this car, as well as the likes of the Ferrari 246 GT, which is also in this car, in this game even. And yeah, it's a pretty good engine to say the least. 2.4 litres V6 engine, producing 180 horsepower and 159 pounds-feet of torque. And since it only weighs 3,086 pounds, it can make the use of most of that power. Now, granted, the 246 GT has a bit more power than that, at 195 horsepower and 165 pounds-feet of torque. And it weighs a lot less as well, at 706 pounds. But that car, I don't really like it all that much, chiefly because I think it looks ugly, and it's a bit underpowered for a Ferrari. A Fiat, you don't really expect it to have all that much power or all that much speed, but a Ferrari you expect the best, and considering that came out around the time as the likes of the Daytona, it's just a bit weak, to be honest. And the engine is more fitting for this kind of car than that Ferrari. But to see the differences between that Ferrari and see how good this car is, we're going to take this out onto the track and see what it can do. So see you when we get there. Welcome to Laguna Seca. We're going to take this car around on the first lap and talk through it on the second lap. So yeah, this isn't the quickest car in the world by any means, but I find it highly enjoyable, and I think this engine fits this car far more than it does in the likes of that Ferrari Dino. So, acceleration wise, 0 to 60, 8.1 seconds, 0 to 121.6 seconds, and we're going to a top speed of 134 mile an hour. Now, you'd expect that Ferrari to be a whole lot quicker with its having extra power, extra torque, and 700 pounds plus less weight, but it's actually only fractionally quicker than this car. It's only 0.2 0.181 seconds quicker than this car to 60, and only 0.079 seconds quicker than this to 100 mile an hour. Granted, its top speed is 145 mile an hour, so it's a lot quicker on the top end, but you gotta say, for a car that's got all those advantages over this, you'd expect it to be a lot more quicker. And I think it might be down to the fact its gearbox isn't all that good, or its gear ratios aren't all that good, because there's no other reason why a car with more power and less weight should be only slightly quicker than this. So yeah, not only do I think the engine fits this car better, but I think it looks a lot better, it drives a lot better, because even though that Ferrari does have less weight, the engine being in the middle kind of makes it feel like it's snapping oversteer, and it's really off-putting when you're going out of a corner and all of a sudden jerks. In this car, granted, it's a little bit less in terms of grip and a little bit less in terms of braking, but with the engine up front and rear wheel drive, it's a bit more conventional and therefore a bit more able to handle, really. This car makes me long for the likes of the Lancia Fima, which also has a Ferrari engine in it, and yeah, there's not very many cars in this game that share the same engine but are radically different in terms of styling and overall proportions. So yeah, glad they put this in the game, quite frankly, because I never heard of it before, and I had always somewhat liked the engine in that Ferrari Dino, but I knew full well it wasn't really meant for likes of a Ferrari. It just didn't feel powerful enough, and compared to other cars that Ferrari have done before that and around the same time, I knew they could do better. And yeah, I really don't like the look of that Ferrari Dino at all. It just doesn't really move me at all like a lot of Ferraris do from that time period. And yeah, this is styling wise a lot better, a lot more fun to drive, sounds actually better, I think, and yeah, it's a more desirable car, and certainly one that's pretty rare as well, even though obviously the Ferrari is rarer. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.